Hello everybody, this is Toysareruss, and for this new figure unboxing and review we're going to be looking at the Ironfactory. This is their Samurai series Oniheizou figure, which is their take on a samurai version of this chap, Generation 1 Prowl. So although he's not going to look anything like that, we can obviously see I'm going to do a comparison with him. I've got some other Ironfactory and third-party figures as well, so we can see how he looks and compares to them. Before we get started, I'd like to remind anybody who's not subscribed to this channel, if you'd like to hit that subscribe button for me now, please. And also to thank Shozy, which is where this was purchased from. And as you can see, they got it out to me safely and quickly. Now, the box is already open just to help with the speed of the video. And the packaging itself is lovely. It's got a nice sheen to the white box. You can see there they are calling him Oniheizou. And for those of you who are unaware, the reason why they can't call him Prowl is because Ironfactory is a third-party company that isn't licensed by Takara or Hasbro like 3 and YOLO Park, etc. So this is the packaging. There is the actual product. You can see there we're going to have a detailed look at that in both modes. We're going to see how his accessories work, etc. And we might as well just get straight into it. So once you've taken the plastic out of the packaging, again not licensed by Hasbro, so they can have as much plastic as they want. He does come packaged in robot mode, but once again, to keep the speed of the video flowing, I have already got him transformed into robot mode. He's got a weapon there. He's got a abundance again of accessories, which is pretty much what all of these third-party figures do come with. They come with quite a lot, in honesty. Let me just quickly adjust the camera to bring it down. And I'm going to show you the accessories, and this is going to give me the point, I suppose, to say that I presume most of you have seen the transformation process video already. The only negative thing with this figure is the transformation process. It is, I wouldn't say it's over fiddly. It's not too bad. It's just the fact that unfortunately there's loads of these ball and socket joints and they just pop off, which is a real shame, because as you'll see as we have a proper look in a minute, both modes are beautiful. So we've got 3 sets of fists, and he also comes with a set of fists on him, so 4 sets of fists. We've got the sheath for the weapon there. I can't think its proper name. Is it a sai? It might be a sai. Let me know in the comments, guys, if I've got that right. I've probably got it wrong, but I'm sure it's a sai. And also there was an accessory here, which to be honest is the whole back part. So if I have a quick look at this, so once again, if you've seen the transformation process, you'll see that this is separate and it is a gun as well as the complete back of the vehicle. So I'm just going to pop that back in there before we have a quick look at him. So the fists and everything, as you can see, these just fit on via the little holes there. He also comes with some instructions which aren't too hard to understand. It's just the fact that everything pops off. We've got an abundance of decals as well, which I'm not going to put on for this particular video obviously, but you've got a choice of having him obviously Japanese or English depending how you want to do. Right, let's move them out of the way and let's have a look at the actual vehicle itself, because again it's nice. You can definitely obviously tell that it is Prowl. But again, this is a legend scale figure, so it's a lot smaller than your standard G1 figures. I need to remove all of these because there's loads of glare, which we obviously don't want to see. Again, as I say, much smaller than G1, much smaller than some mainline figures as well. Again, legend scale. So let's have a nice detailed look at him. The plastic on it is nice, the sheen on it is nice. We've got the lovely silver on the inside, and you can see they're all on their own. Well, they're not on pins, but they're all attached and they all spin around, no issues whatsoever. We've got this spoiler, which you can see as part of the back part, which I showed you, which are just separated. You can, if you wanted to as well, you can take the light bar off, but obviously that looks a little bit unsightly. Now the 2 holes in the top are brilliant because we can attach these little bits here, and once again you can see with these you can spin these around, so you can have them on the outside. So what I mean by that is you can see we've got this coming out rather than coming in, and if I was to swap them over you'll see exactly what I mean. So now they'll be much closer together on the inside of the roof. Either way works well, but you can spin them around, lift them up and down, so full rotation and full, I suppose, display features. There's another one of them ball and sockets there on the inside. that's the only negative thing. It really is frustrating, as you'll see in a second. The robot mode as well displays fantastically, but with regards, as I say, to anything else with this, I don't think there's much more to show you apart from it is nice headlight detail there, and yeah, just nice enough molding defects. Everything's tucked away. You can obviously tell it's a robot from the underside, but everything's tucked away nice and neatly. Anyway, right, let's come back and have a look at him in his robot mode. So we're back, and as you can see, he's in his robot mode already. As I did previously mention, the transformation process is on a separate video, and this is the annoying thing for me. I'm going to be completely honest. I didn't rush it or anything. I just transformed him back to robot for the rest of the video. This foot came off, this back piece came off, these two bits on the side came off, his head came off, and they just pop off. And don't get me wrong, obviously they just pop on again really easy, but it's just so frustrating. I mean, just there's no literal pressure or tension or anything there. They just pop straight back on. Same with the legs, same with the feet. And it is such a shame because look at it. It's beautiful. It's such a clever idea. I mean, as I say, they've taken Generation 1 Prowl and they've turned him into a samurai. So whatever it is, it just works. Obviously, I've got no stickers on the doors. You've got a choice of where you want to angle these. But again, be careful because these are on little ball and sockets and they will pop off as simple and as easy as that. I'm just going to turn them slightly further out. So the articulation, again, is crazy. It's really good. We've got the head, which has got some lovely detail on it. Lovely blue eyes. It will go all the way around. It'll look up and down. But again, be careful, you don't want to knock it off. These shoulders, as you can see, are on ball and sockets. They'll probably only go out that far, to be honest, without them popping off. They will spin around, but there's also this extra movement here. See, underneath the actual big shoulder joints, you can move the arm independently as well. You can see the biceps is ball and socket, and of course the fists and the wrists rotate because we're going to change them in a second. There is but again, it's really difficult, a waist swivel. I don't think there's an ab crunch. I was going to try it, but I think I'd just end up popping a few things off. However, you can see again the hips are on ball and sockets, so they'll go all the way forward, they'll go all the way to the side. Well, they'll go as far to the side as they can before they get restricted. You've got a double bend in your knee, so it'll go all the way back. You've got really, but again, ball and sockets on the ankles, but again, these pop off incredibly easy, and it's such a shame. It's just a bit like the X-Transbots Ultra Magnus. Beautiful figure, but you just don't want to transform it. You just don't want to, which I suppose defeats the object. You might as well buy like a Super 7 or a YOLO Park figure, which doesn't warrant or need any transforming. So again, you can completely sticker him up, decal him up, have him looking however you want. I am pretty sure this is a side because Raphael had it from the Turtles. But again, do correct me if I'm wrong. So you've got the sheath there. You can attach this via his hip in either hip. And the cool thing is you can just slot this in. He says, have I made enough space? Yeah, there we go. You can slot that in. I think I've got it the wrong way around now. I've said that. You can slot it in, there you go, and that can be stored up on him as exactly like that. Right, then of course we've got the gun, and then what's probably much easier to do is if we take the fists, which have got the open hands, you can see there. So there's the open hand ones, and indeed the closed hands. So if we just pop the gun in his hand first and foremost, then we can pop the fist off like so, and again that will just attach. Oh, let's just lift this up ever so slightly. He says that will attach. I had this working before. Let me see where I'm going. That's better. Move the actual arm. That was just tighter than I thought it would be. And then attach the fist like so. So you've got this giant weapon now, which again, it looks pretty good to be fair. And then of course you've got these two parts which were on the roof in the other part of the video. And if we just lift this up a little bit more, like so, that's probably made it look much better actually. But the reason why I did it was because when I haven't got the guns in, I have it below. Again, it's the beauty of these figures is you can display them any which way you want to. So the reason why I had it down was because I didn't have these protruding and indeed attached. So once again, you've got there where they're on the outside. I don't think they look as good. I think they would look better where they're coming in on the inside. So it's going to pretty much just hug either side of the head. Again, very similar to your Generation 1, and I'm sure you'll agree that now is making him look spectacular. Again, if you want to, of course, you can take the weapon out of there. We can pop it into, where's his other open fist? This one, by the looks of it. We can pop this in there, and then of course just change the fist there. So that proves, obviously, as I was saying, you've got that full wrist articulation. I've gone too far down there, so I can't attach it. There we go. Pop that in. Oh, I've knocked this out now. So yeah, these are small little figures. This one's a bit more frustrating. I do have another Ironfactory figure, which is the Mirage figure, or Sheen I think he's called. I'm going to be showing you in a second, and it's nowhere near as fiddly as this, but this is, as I say, this is a different take, a different toy line. This is a samurai version, and of course I did do a review on the Brawn figure as well. There we go. Right, this is just a smattering of all his fists, and indeed the sheath, which again I can attach there if I wanted to. So again, completely different, but just to give you an idea. Oops, that was the figure I'm going to show you in a second. You can see that the head sculpts are very similar, and that's where it's obviously getting the homage from, which again looks really, really good. Then with regards to, funny enough, let's bring him up as well then. So this is Sheen, another Ironfactory figure, but this I think is his IDW take. Ironfactory do a brilliant thing. They don't really go for exact Generation 1 replicas. They go for either samurai versions or IDW versions. Let's move him out of the way. Now this is mainly for third-party people at the moment. So there is a New Age Optimus Prime. There is a Magic Square Trailbreaker. And then just very quickly, that is a Dr. Wu Ultra Magnus. But if this makes no sense to you whatsoever, and like me, you just collect mainly Generation 1 and newer figures, let's give you an idea of scale and size. There's a normal core class figure, so you can see he's just only a bit bigger than core class, so you can see the difference in the articulation and indeed in the detail. There is a Generation 1 Bumblebee. There is a Generation 1 Optimus Prime. And then if we bring some more up-to-date figures as well, again, if you just collect pretty much, as I say, mainline. All right, there's another Samurai. Forgot I should have brought him in ages ago. So you can see just above a core class figure, in all honesty. And again, a great figure. It's not really a dilemma, I suppose. It's just advice to you guys. I'm always completely honest in my reviews. The figure looks amazing. It looks beautiful. It's just a real pain to transform to and from. Not because the transformation process is overly complicated, just because he falls apart so much. But I don't think there's much more to say. I think obviously we can have another quick look at him here. He does look good. He will probably look a lot better with the stickers on him as well. But for now, that's all I've got to show you with regards to this figure. Let me know what you think of him in the comments, and indeed, of course, check out the transformation process video and you'll fully understand why it's in a separate video to keep the length of this one down. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care.